my dear friends, Namaste. So I wish you a very happy, healthy and prosperous new year to all the PMC English viewers and the entire world. So friends, as we are in the month of January 2022, I know you must be ready with new dreams, new happiness, new resolutions. You are even ready to enter in the new wisdom. 19th January is Osho Mahaparinirvana Day. We are going to invite our enlightened master, our guest, SP Annapurna ji. So today we are going to discuss about life and so many things which will help you to know more about Osho's life, how he was, what he has spread on this planet Earth. So I welcome Annapurna ji. Ma'am, I would like to know, what is your perception? What is life?
Life is a mystery. If you don't know, and you have to know the secret of life. Actually, most of the people lead their life in a very periphery, so they don't know what is the depth of life and what is the purpose of life. So most probably the people think that the life means just taking birth and going according to the wind, how the life will takes towards the different types of situations they will face, and also ultimately they will face the death. It's a repetition of boredom. For most of the people, the life is a repetition of boredom. They don't know the essence of life and also purpose of life. So life is a mystery. You have to know the secret of life. You have to search for the secret of life, and it is also a puzzle. You have to solve it. Otherwise, it will become a very barrier for most of the people. So nowadays we are seeing so many people are leading their life in a very sedentary way, and they are leading a very artificial life. They will live with a body and mind consciousness. Hardly they will go with heart. Hardly. Some people will go with the emotions and feelings, but most of the people, majority people, they will go with the body and mind. So body and mind is not the ultimate. And also the man cannot live bread alone. He wants something beyond that.
Very true.
So you have to search for life. Life is a journey. It's a continuous journey, and it is a search. The search will not stop. Of course, the life will end, but search will not end.
That's true.
It's a continuous process. So life means you have to understand the nature of your being and nature of your life, and go according to the nature of your ultimate truth.
How to know that? How to understand that?
So in order to understand the life, first of all, you have to lead your life completely in every situation. So most of the people lead their life in a very periphery. Why? Because they don't involve in situations with body, mind and with heart. Periphery. Body is present, mind is absent. So if you want to know the essence of life, purpose of life, you have to lead your life completely, and you have to involve in every situation completely, whether it is good or bad. And you have to see the essence of that incidents.
But everyone don't have that courage or that, really the daring. It's really not easy for all people. What do you say about
They
that?
have to learn.
How one can learn all these things?
What is the nature of human being? If you see the nature of human being, whether they know or they don't know, but the nature of every human being was, they will search for two things in life. One is freedom and other is bliss. Whatever they are doing in their life, they will search for two things. So wherever they will go, they will find misery. They will go in search of this too, but they will find misery. Why? Because they don't see the situations with perfect vision. So they will go with illusions, and they will go with unreal things. They will attract to the society, and they are attracted to the worldly things. So if they attracted to the worldly things, they don't know what is the essence of life and purpose of life. If you want to understand life, you have to see the life in depth in every situation. You have to find out the truth. Most of the people see life is just like a garland. Everybody will see flowers, but they don't see the thread which is joining the flowers.
Very true.
So there is one power in ourselves. One energy is there. Without energy, we are nothing. So we will see the life periphery. And if you understand the power within yourself, then you will understand the life. So the difference between the worldly life and the spirituality is that whether you travel in the spirituality or not, that is not the important thing, but you have to know your potentialities.
So how do you define spirituality in your way?
Spirituality is nothing but inner journey. You have to raise your inner consciousness and also understand the life in depth and go in search of truth.
So let's go a little more deeper. What should be the essence or purpose of one's life?
The essence of every human being who was born on this earth was, he will go according to the situations in life or incidents which are happening in the day-to-day life. But if we see in depth, so he will understand the life with a very intensely. So the essence of life was, you have to explore your inner reality. What is the inner reality? Means that is the blissful state. Blissful state. I mean, in Upanishads, they will say the important things, 3 important things they will say. That is asatoma sadgamaya. You have to come from unreal to reality. And the second one is from darkness to light, tamasoma jyotirgamaya. And the third one is mrityorma amritangamaya. You have to know the secret of life, and also you have to understand the secret of death also. So every human being must learn the 4 arts in their life. The first one is art of listening. Whatever you are seeking from others or listening from others, you have to listen very carefully. You should know the art of listening. So when you have the art of listening, then you will enter into the art of learning. You will learn from that situations, and you will learn a lesson from that person, and you will go further in your life. And the third one is art of living. You should know how to lead a very perfect life with blissfulness and with freedom. So that is what the Buddha says, the Arya Ashtangik Marg. That is the art of living. I mean, right vision, right actions, right commitments, right acceptance. So you should learn the art of living. And if you know the art of living, then ultimately you will know the art of dying. So if you learn these 4 arts, you will understand the essence of life. The first one is listening, the second one is learning, and the third one is living, and the fourth one is dying. So if you learn these things, if you know the art of these things, then you will understand the essence of life. And if you see the life of every human being, it is the series of incidents between the life and death, nothing more than that. So they will born, grown up, and they will be educated, and they will develop their career, and ultimately they will get married and children, and after that they will enter into so many miserable conditions in their life, and also lot of diseases they will conquer in their life, and ultimately they will see the death. This is the whole life of man. When we see
in
the
ignorance,
yeah,
they just
they just
pass
go
their
according
life,
to the situations and circumstances between the life and death, but this is not the life.
So
this is only just 20% life.
my next question, I would love to go more deeper in that, as you said all these four things. So let me know that when we get a quest, without quest, as you said, that blindness, or in the darkness, people are just surrounded by all these things. They don't want to come out of all these things. So when we get that quest, that how to take that quest, how to understand that, how to be mindful to come on this right path.
Okay, here in India, especially in India, if we see the life in childhood or during pregnancy, the condition of the baby in the mother's womb, so their conditions are, and their attitudes are in a very negative way. If we see the parenting and also brought up, and mostly our education system in India, it won't give a proper education. So it is only confined to the knowledge itself. Knowledge itself is not the ultimate, no. You should know the value of life, ethics of life, morals of life, and also the education should help the people to solve the problems in their life if they get personally. But now the education has become a barrier for only career development. So here, how the quest will develop in a human being means the parents, the society, the education system should be properly guided since from the childhood, so that they will learn the art of living. So they will learn the art of learning. So basically in schools especially, and most of the teachers we are seeing nowadays, they will teach only the subjects.
Very true.
But they don't teach about the life. The parents are not telling about what is life. The teachers are not telling how they will know about the life. So that is the reason why in psychiatry, and we will have one subject, dynamics of human behavior, and also the life skills. Soft skills also there, but life skills are more important.
Can you please more elaborate these things, life skills?
So dynamics of human behavior was, the first one is, you have to control your behavior patterns and your attitudes and your emotions, and whatever you are doing, do it completely without any hurdles in your actions. So dynamics of human behavior is the most important thing everybody should learn. Dynamic, what is the difference between the dynamics and statics? Dynamics means it is always moving.
Right.
It will change according to the situation and circumstances. What is the static thing? It will be eternal. So if we see the materialistic things, or a living being or a human being, our body, mind and emotions will change constantly.
Right.
Those are in dynamics. And also one static force is there in everybody, that is the energy. So without that energy, this dynamics will not change. The change will not come. So without these changes, the static force does not exist. So our mood swings will be there, emotions will be there, and in our body also we are getting so many reactions, electromagnetic, biochemical reactions. Everything is changing. Nothing stable is there in this world. Everything is changing. So change is the nature of this materialistic world. So in this materialistic world, there is one force that is static. So you have to understand that. So in the dynamics of human behavior, we are also having a theory in physics about this dynamics and statics, and they will say in physics that energy is neither be created nor destroyed. It will be static in every situation and in every circumstance. So in this dynamics of human behavior, what they will say, the psychiatrist will say that you have to understand your psychology and also physiology, not this periphery. Physiology is not this anatomy. You have to understand the body mind fluctuations and sensations, your mood disorders, your personality disorders. So if you understand that, you will change your attitude, you will change your behavior. Then ultimately you will understand the life skills. Right. What is the life skills? In that we will get the, at first we have said that art of learning, art of listening, and art of living, and also communication skills.
Right.
And also the behavior patterns, how we change our behavior patterns, and our positive attitude. All this comes under life skills. So if you know the life skills, you will understand the nature of life. Then you will see the depth of life.
Right.
So these subjects, the children should be trained from childhood in schools itself. Actually, when we see this psychiatry and personality development, they will start from the colleges, otherwise in the companies. But you should teach these techniques since from childhood. So they will understand the life. So they will control their behavior patterns. They will control their emotions. So every children should be trained in this subject. So most of the enlightened masters nowadays, what they are saying, that you have to include the spirituality also in the regular education process.
Very true.
Science and spirituality, you should both take together. So that is the reason why most of the trainers are giving trainings in this context in schools and colleges also. So here you should go according to the situations and circumstances and understand the life, and should not get emotional feelings. If the situations are negative, you should be in balanced state. So we have to teach the children since from 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And especially while we are coming to the parents, what the parents think, they will see only they will go to school, they will come and they will eat, they will sleep, only they will take care of body, that's all. But they don't take care of their minds, their mindset, what is their attitude, behavior patterns, whether they are growing in positive atmosphere or negative atmosphere. They don't take care. The parents will,
they don't know. Parents even don't know.
They don't know.
Teachers don't know.
Yeah. First the parents should be trained, and the next teacher should be trained. Then naturally they will give training to the children.
Right.
So since from the childhood we have to teach the children to understand the life from 5 years itself. So in especially in Japan like countries, especially in Asian countries, so they will teach children meditation from 5 years itself. So if you get emotions, you observe the breath.
Right.
You close your eyes, sit and observe the breath. So if you observe there, what happens, then generally you will control your emotions. So you will get rid of that negativities. They will teach children, but in India we don't have that culture.
Right.
So since from childhood you have to train the children, teach the children in this dynamics of human behavior and life skills and also soft skills. And also you should teach the children about the life. You have to give understanding about the life, so that they will grow very well in the society.
I believe children, they have all these questions from childhood, but when they ask to their parents, they stop them.
They will ignore them.
They ignore them.
Yeah.
So if we really start meditation from childhood, no one need to control all these things.
Yes.
Things will be go with the flow without any controlling on that. So this is very important thing you really shared very beautifully, ma'am. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. So coming to the next question, next, to understand more about life, what should be life goal?
Every person will born on this earth with some purpose. The purpose will be different. Everybody will not born for spirituality. Somebody will become a scientist, somebody will become a revolutionary or reformer. So they will contribute something. And it's in this whole world, only 10% of people are contributing something to the earth, and 90% are depending on them. So in that we will get the scientists, reformers, revolutionaries, and some people will work on humanitarian grounds, and also poets, writers, thinkers, philosophers, and some enlightened masters, some rishi munis. Some people are working for the society. So without them, the society will not exist. And this 90% people will depend on them, just like parasites. So this 10% people are contributing and sacrificing their lives for the welfare of whole humanity, and they are ignoring their personal life itself also to contribute something to the society. So the purpose of life is different. The purpose may be different, but you should have some purpose. If you are interested in science and technology, you can become a scientist. And if you want to get changes in the society, you can become a revolutionary. And if you reform the system in the society, you can become a reformer. Or if you invite changes within yourself, and also you will invite changes in the society, then you will become a rebel. It depends on your nature and your lifestyle. The purpose will be different. So everybody will have different purpose. You have one different purpose, and I have my own purpose. So whatever may be the purpose, but it should help the society and help the mankind. So in some people the purpose may be in the negative way also. So it should be positive. Yeah, you have to have a purpose in a very positive way, so that you can help yourself and also help others and help the whole mankind for the development of society. So purpose is different according to their mindset and their lifestyle.
Purpose means something which is coming from inside.
Yeah, coming from inside.
We should follow that
Yeah.
intuition. We should
Inner
follow
voice. You should
inner
listen
voice.
to your inner voice.
Right.
So you have to born on this earth with some purpose. So you should explore your inner. What I can do to the society, or how I will develop in the society. We have to develop completely in the society. Then naturally we will help others.
Right.
So first you have to understand your inner self, and you have to understand your life purpose and what you can do. What is your potentialities? What are your skills, your talents, your perceptions, and what you have to achieve in your life.
Right.
If you achieve something in your life, then you will automatically contribute to the society.
Right.
So you have to listen to your inner voice. So if you want to listen to your inner voice, so every day, every person, you have to sit in silence, that is in meditation, so that you can understand the purpose of your own life.
How much time you would suggest to sit silently or in meditation?
At least for 1 hour per
1
day.
hour. Okay.
If possible, 2-3 hours is also, but 1 hour is compulsory to sit in meditation.
Right.
So in this
what about teenagers? How much time they should sit?
Teenagers, at least they have to sit for half an hour.
Okay.
Half an hour, 15 minutes to half an hour.
Right.
So according to their time schedule, nowadays we are facing sedentary lifestyle. No? So everybody is busy with their own work. So at least they have to give half an hour. So my approach is most of the people are contributing their life in their responsibilities and their in job works and career development. 24 hours they are thinking about that.
They're running.
So you have to give at least 1 hour for yourself. Okay, 23 hours you will give it to the society, family and other things, but 1 hour you should spend your time for yourself. And in future, you will see one truth, that this 1 hour is the most important thing you have given for yourself itself.
Very true.
So most of the time it will go on waste. So you have to go at least for 1 hour for your health, for your physical health, mental health, and also for your growth, for your life purpose, for your life essence.
So beautifully said, ma'am. Moving ahead, as we understood a little bit of life, I think we will understand more after understanding death also. So what is death according to you?
Death is an illusion.
Okay. So no one dies?
Of course, we are seeing people are dying.
Yeah.
But if you go in deeper, nothing is going to die here. Just it will manifest. From manifestation to unmanifestation, from unmanifestation to manifestation. Just it is changing its form.
Okay.
See, if you see the body, and it has combined with 5 elements. Okay. So the physical body will existing with the help of these 5 elements, nature, and also energies, different types of energies. So what happens in death? Just the body will be collapsed and the energy will go. So this body is also eternal. Why? Because if anybody die, we will take to the cremation ground and also we'll bury them. So after burying, what happens? Slowly the body will disappear. And the 5 elements in the body will merge with the earth. So after some days, when we go there, a plant will be risen from that.
Right.
By using this 5 elements.
Correct.
And the seed will come. And these birds will take in that seed. And it will drop somewhere. And another tree will come. So there is no death for anything, just it manifesting. Physical body is also eternal. Matter is neither be created nor destroyed, just like an energy.
You have given a very beautiful definition and a completely different meaning to death and life as well. So I understood a little bit. I want to know more. So is death not real?
Not really, it's an illusion.
Okay.
See, here the life will start with 2 things. One is physical body and the next one is energy.
Right.
That is Pran Shakti.
Do you mean to say soul?
Life force, biological force. So about the soul we will talk after that.
Okay.
So first we will talk about life force, biological force, that is Pran Shakti.
Right.
The Pran Shakti is different and the soul is different.
Okay.
Okay. And most of the people will lead their life with physical body and also with Prana Shakti, biological force, life force. Okay, when we see the life and when we see the nature of human beings and when we see their attitudes and behavior patterns, nature and behavior patterns, you have asked about the purpose, no? And everybody will have different purpose. Some people will lead their life for the sensual pleasures. So their energy levels will be in the Muladhara chakra.
Right.
And some people will lead their life for food, clothing and shelter. And their energies will be there at the Swadhisthana chakra. And most of the people will lead their life for power, status, position, money and all those things. So their energy levels are there in the Manipura chakra. So these are the lower levels. That is Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura. You have the life needs of life is there. So according to the Abraham Maslow, in the 7 habits of highly effective people, and also the Stephen or Covey, some psychologists will say there is a needs of life. There are 7 needs of life. The first one is physiological needs, and the second one is biological needs, and the third one is safety and security needs, and the fourth one is love and belongingness needs, fifth one is friendship needs, sixth one is self-actualization, and the last one is freedom and bliss. So most of the people will lead their life with 3 needs only. The first one is biological needs, I mean sensual pleasures, and the second one is physiological needs, food, clothing and shelter, and the third one is safety and security. So they will go with power, politics, and earning money, and also leading their life in worldly attractions. So most of the people, 95% people will lead their life within this 3 lower planes, 3 lower chakras. Some people will raise their energy levels up to heart chakra. So they will live with love and belongingness needs. So what is the nature of human being? Means love, compassion and gratitude and humanity. This is the nature of every human being. So most of the people, they're leading their life just like animals, but they have not become a perfect human beings with their original qualities. So when you see some people in day-to-day life, their attitudes, their behavior patterns, they will just behave like animals, and they don't have a humanity, they don't have any compassion and love. So some people only will lead their life with heart, most of the people will lead their life with mind. So the people who are leading their life with mind, they will just lead a life in a very sedentary way, artificial way. So the most of the people are living their lives with 3 needs only. They don't even understand the love and belongingness needs and friendliness needs, and mostly the 2 needs are, it's a unfulfilled desire of every human being, that is love and belongingness and also friendliness. Most of the people will search for that in their life. Why? Because between life and death, the man can do only one thing, that is love, but he don't get it anywhere. Why? Because if you are lovable, you will get the love.
Right. We attract as we are.
As we are. And most of the people search for that. In every relation, they will search for that.
Maximum people, they are begging, they are searching outside because there is no love inside.
Yeah, no love inside. And everywhere they will go, they will get misery on the name of love. And nowadays, most of the people thinking that the love and lust is one. But there is a lot of difference between that. So they are doing nonsense things on the name of love nowadays. So they don't even understand the nature of their heart. Why? Because most of the people are leading their life for sensual pleasures, money, fame, power, and also food, clothing, shelter. Majority people are leading like that. So what this Stephen or Covey will say in this context, so most of the people will lead their life with 3 needs only, but they don't understand the 4th need, that is love and belongingness need. Love is also essential to the human being. He cannot live bread alone. He needs love and also friendliness and good relations. And also when he understands the love, first of all, in spirituality, some masters will say that getting enlightenment, attaining enlightenment is not the most important thing. First, you have to become a perfect human being. Before becoming enlightened, you have to become a perfect human being with love, compassion and humanity. So if you want to understand the love and compassion, your energy levels should raise up to the heart chakra. Then only you will understand love. And if you want to understand the friendliness, I mean Maitri Bhav, so you have to get your energy up to Vishuddhi chakra. And if you want to get the self-actualization, self-realization, you have to raise your energy levels up to Agya chakra. Then you will go into the self-actualization and self-realization. And ultimately, you will reach the freedom and bliss, that is the enlightenment.
Right.
So the spiritual journey is nothing but it is the journey between these 7 chakras. So in this, why we have discussed about the life needs means, this energies, especially the life force, will control these needs. Whatever you are doing and whatever you are fulfilling your needs, the energy will work for that. It will confine to that work only. So in spirituality, what we will do? We will raise your consciousness through meditation, through devotion, or through yoga. When we practice the meditation, when we do the practice of a sadhana, then we will raise your consciousness. This life force is different. Life force will be situated in the Swadhisthana chakra and 2 inches below the navel center.
Okay.
So it is situated, the life force is situated like that. This life force will work according to the behavior patterns of every human being. And it will combine with body, mind and world. It will work according to that.
Wow.
Okay. And then if you enter into the meditation, this life force will come upwards. Slowly it will travel upwards. So from Swadhisthana chakra, it will enter into the Manipura, then slowly it will enter into the heart chakra, and slowly it will enter into the Vishuddhi and next Agya chakra. And nowadays, when we see the, then we will understand what is soul consciousness. We have talked about the Pran Shakti and also life force. What is soul consciousness? Nowadays, some psychologists, they are studying what is the essence of life beyond psychology. So what they are telling is, nowadays, recently I have seen one video, they are telling that this soul consciousness will be situated in the pineal gland in your brain.
Okay.
So that is the place of soul consciousness. Actually, most of the people will lead their life with this life force only. They don't understand the soul consciousness. Why? Because the soul consciousness has it is in the darkness. Soul conscious is the darkness. Why? Because this life force is going within this world, and also it is working with the body and mind phenomenon. It is not going the beyond psychology. So from birth to death, most of the people will lead their life with worldly attractions. Why? Because the energy will go like that.
Right.
With their behavior patterns and attitudes and with their lifestyle. So when we are going in the inner journey, when we are practicing the meditation, this life force will get upwards.
Right.
When this life force get upwards, when it reaches the Agya chakra, then slowly it will enter into the Sahasrara. I mean in the brain. So when this life force will enter into the pineal gland, it will touches the soul consciousness.
Wow.
Then the soul consciousness will raises. It will get life. It will enter into the light. So this is the what the Upanishad says, enter into the darkness to light. So most of the biological forces, most of the energies are going with the outer world.
Very true.
So when we practice the meditation, it will become introverted. The energy will become introvert. Then it will one day it will catch the soul consciousness. Then there is no difference between the life force, soul consciousness and other energies. It will become united.
It will become one.
One. It will become one. So it will become a total consciousness. Total consciousness, and one day it will reach the super consciousness. That is the divine energy. That is the cosmic energy. And that is what we call the enlightenment.
Wow. Wow, so beautiful. So
And this is the journey of every meditator. Where meditation journey and spiritual journey is nothing but you have to raise your consciousness, raise your energies up to Agya Chakra.
right.
Then ultimately you will enter into the your Sahasrara Chakra. Then at that juncture, and you will attain the enlightenment. That is the Sahasradala Kamala Vikasam. I mean, when 1,000 petal lotus have blossomed, and we will see that fragrance and beauty in that. Like that, every human being will blossomed with the super consciousness. But that is what we call the nirvana. And also that is the ultimate goal of every human being, that is freedom and bliss. So this is the whole life journey, and this is the inner journey. Most of the people, they will travel in the world, they don't understand this. But when we go inner, when we become introvert, we will understand this process. So spiritual journey is not different from outer world. So why we are talking all about things means, here the death is an illusion. Why? Because this physical body is also eternal and the energy is also eternal.
Right.
Why? Because just it's changing its form. When we see the ecological theories, and when we understand the science, I mean zoology or biological sciences, so according to the ecology, according to the nature concept, when we bury the body, just it will changes its form. It will just manifest. Manifest like a tree, it will manifest like a bird, or it will manifest like other living being. It's just changing its form. No death is there for physical body also, when we see according to the ecological theories.
Right.
So energy is eternal. We are listening from so many days, so many centuries, that energy is also eternal. So there is no death. Death is an illusion. So why? Because the death is the reality for most of the people. But for some people it is an illusion. The most of the people, what happens, their whole life, they lead their life with their needs, life needs, desires, attachments, bondages, and attachment with their family, friends, relations. So what happens when an ordinary person will die? So in the whole life, whatever your thinking pattern is there, whatever your attitudes, behavior patterns are there, whether it is positive or negative, your life force will come outside with the desires only. So most of the people will come out from the body within these 3 chakras only. One is Muladhara, and the second one is Swadhisthana, and the third is Manipura. Within these chakras only. What happens before death? So in this whole life they will struggle.
Right.
They will run here and there, and they will get tired. They will go on their deathbed. What happens at that moment? Just they will repeat their desires, repeat their attachments, their bondages. So within that struggle, the life force will get out from the body. So before that death, what happens means, just like when we vacate one house, we will pack all our luggage. Likewise, the death will come. Death is a gradual process. It will start from the 6 months before.
Okay.
It is not a sudden.
Okay.
Whether they die in accident or natural death, or with in some certain conditions also, it is a 6 months process.
Okay.
Actually, what is life? It is a gradual process towards the death.
Right.
Nothing more than that. Slowly, slowly the body will get deteriorated. And within this physical body, we have 7 bodies are there. So different levels are there.
So as you said that even death also is a gradual process.
Yeah, gradual process.
And it will take 6 months
6
before.
months. 6
Okay.
months before. What happens before 6 months? The senses, 5 senses are there, no? Slowly, slowly they will get deteriorated. And then the body will get slowly prepare for the death.
Okay.
And your inner consciousness and your soul consciousness and also your life force will prepare for the death, and it will collect the whole energy. From different parts of the body, from 7 bodies, it will collect the energy, and it will it will stop at one point.
Okay.
Where your desires, your attachments will be there, it will start at that point. Whether it is Muladhara or Manipura or Swadhisthana or Hara Chakra, according to their so this energy will get collected at one point. I mean, within these 3 centers, most of the people will leave their body within these 3 centers. I mean, Muladhara, Swadhisthana,
Right.
or Manipura.
Right.
So the whole energy will come at that point. Then, when the body will get deteriorated completely, one day it will come out from that chakra. The next life will come according to their attitudes, desires.
So that's why like they carry their all nature
Yeah.
behavior in next life also.
And they will select the parents according to their psychology itself, mother womb also. So this is the death of an ordinary person. So they will live with desires and attachments while they are living, and they will left their body with the desires and attachments itself. Then it is a continuous process, life and death process. Life and death circle will go on like that for an ordinary people. So while coming to the enlightened masters.
Yes. So yeah, that is very important thing. I really want to understand. As you shared so many things, how to differentiate behavior of enlightened master or of a normal worldly person. How one can understand, how one can be more mindful that I am behaving very normal way, and how to choose that enlightened path.
Okay, here in India especially, we have 2 paths. One is the spiritual way and the other is worldly way. So in olden days, we don't have temples. So we have that is Guru Parampara. I mean, it is the chain of gurus from. So we have the Gurukuls at that time. So at that time, the mostly the gurus, the teachers, especially the teachers, they will teach the children not only about the worldly life and also that spiritual life also. They will teach the spiritual practices also in the olden days. Nowadays the education system is totally different, but in that olden days they will teach the spiritual way also. So what happened means, especially in India, they will give importance to spirituality. While when we see the Western world will give importance to science and technology.
Right.
And the Eastern, especially in India, we will give importance to the spirituality. I mean, life and this soul consciousness, salvation, liberation, enlightenment, and also samadhi, practices of meditation, yoga, and all these systems had evolved in India. I mean, we will think philosophically, and we will follow some ethics.
Right.
To go into the spiritual way. Of course, most of the people don't come in the spiritual way, but some people will search for the truth.